You've probably been told by these red pill guys online that 90% of hijabi women in the West are completely ruined. They got feminism in their head. I'm not gonna lie to you, there is some truth to that statement. But there is a bigger issue that nobody talks about. And that is 90% of you men, Muslim men in your 20s, aren't marriageable either. You know what else I will tell you? There are still some red apples in the tree. There are still some Muslim women out there that are still the women that you dream about at night. These are still the beautiful feminine women that you imagine when somebody says a hijabi. But they're not accessible to everyone. You need to be a certain type of man to be able to pick up those last red fruits before they go ripe. If you want to be that guy, here are 3 things that you need to check yourself for, because these are the exact things that are going to prevent you from getting one or getting a wife at all in the first place, considering this climate. Number 1, your standards, your expectations don't reflect yourself. You have some standards for women, but you don't impose yourself with those same standards. What do I mean? For example, I, as a Muslim man, masculine, good-looking, genius man, I have some expectations for my wife. She needs to know how to cook. This is the most basic thing that most Muslim men will agree on. But what is the equivalent that you need to know? Maybe you need to know how to fight. Maybe you need to be in a 10 out of 10 shape. Maybe you need to know how to articulate. Maybe you need to know how to make money really easily. Anything. Anything. You need to know something that's going to make up for the expectation that you're going to have. If you expect her to be good looking, you better have some style. You better know how to dress. Not like me, because I don't know how to dress. But you need to know. You need to iron your clothes. Stay clean. Get a clean cut, clean shave. Again, not like me. And when you have these things, you can confidently go out to the world and say, this is the kind of woman I want, and I'm not going to settle for anything less. And you're actually going to get it. Number 2, you haven't put yourself in enough difficult situations. You haven't been through times where you don't know if you're going to wake up tomorrow. You don't know if you're going to still have a job by the time you have to pay the bills. Why is this important? Women are inherently chaotic. You don't know what's going to happen. When they get emotional, they can get angry, excited, happy, sad. They can start crying. You never know. But when you've been through difficult situations, when you put yourself in these places like I have, you're going to be able to go into that and say, it's going to be fine. No matter what she reacts with, no matter how crazy she gets, you keep your demeanor and you stay confident, and she's going to fall in love with you because of that. I used to be a pro fighter. There's nothing that could have prepared me more for a woman's fuckery than going up against some Russian freaks who could literally kill me, and I don't know what they're going to do. To be fair, they were more predictable than women, but it's still going to prepare your mind. Number 3, and this is the most complicated one, you need to understand female psychology. If you are a Muslim living in the West, chances are, from everybody I've met in your demographic, you have no idea what it's like to deal with a female. It's not the same as dealing with your friends. I can promise you that, but that's probably what you think. It's not the same as dealing with your mom. Dealing with a woman is like taming a lion, bro. So, you need to understand what makes a woman tick. You need to understand that women want a man who is the opposite of what they say a man should be like. Let that sink in. Because she wants you to act in a way that's not what she said she wants, but is still attractive. Now, this is going to be a mindfuck, but it makes sense. Just stay with me here. I need to go in a little bit more detail to explain this particular one. So, subscribe to my channel. Everything I mentioned just before, I go through all of that in every single video I make every single day. That's basically the summary of my whole channel.